This is Brian Murray. I want to welcome you to another episode of Doc Bry, the Physics Guy. Trust no one, which is not particularly difficult if you're from Liverpool. We seem to have an inbuilt distrust of most things we're told, which is a handy skill to have if you want to be a physicist. The thing I love doing is to try and help people understand and get physics. Now this is different from just telling people, this is the way it is. The idea that I know more than you, so you just accept what you're being told like you're some kid. Besides being really patronising, it just doesn't work. See, it's more important to always question when it comes to physics and to encourage people to question, especially when you're coaching people about physics. I think this post gets to the heart of that idea. Back in the day being around about the 28th of November 1660, the Royal Society was established. Its motto is the title of this presentation, Nullius In Verba, which according to Wikipedia translates as on the word of no one, which basically means don't take anybody's word for something. If you want to understand and know the truth, go and investigate it yourself. The idea is that science should not be subject or held back by politics or authority, and this includes scientific authority. See, science is not immune to groupthink and cognitive bias. It's also not immune to ego. Ego's not a good thing when it comes to science, particularly physics. Physics has got more than its fair share of egos, and like my dad used to say, where there's an ego, there's generally an idiot. Bit harsh perhaps, but it's held me in good stead over the years and it's proved to be remarkably accurate, so thanks for that one, Dad. To be as sure as you can, you have to take a look yourself and try not to fool yourself, which is not that easy because it's really easy to fool yourself into believing something, especially if you're sold an idea by someone very enthusiastic and described as an expert. Despite what we think and the theories and ideas we invent, nature doesn't care and will do what it wants. It's independent of us. You can try and tell nature how it should behave, but it isn't listening. I remember as a kid, people used to say that theoretical physics had proven that bumblebees can't fly and that they somehow violate the laws of physics in the universe. Think about that for a minute. Can physics be right and nature be wrong? Well, guess what? If there is such a law, and I don't think there is, I think it's just an urban myth or a joke, but if it ever did exist, then it's wrong. The physics is wrong. See, here's a picture of a bumblebee flying. See, there's one. That's proof. But if you think these are photoshopped images, then go and stand in the garden during the summer and you'll see it for yourself live. See, we all know that bumblebees can fly, so it doesn't matter how many Nobel Prize winning physicists try to convince you otherwise, or try to convince you that the laws of physics say that bees can't fly. The bees fly. The law, if it even exists, is an ass. You'd have to stick to your guns on this one. Point to the bumblebee flying around your garden and say, you're all wrong. No, I don't reckon there is an actual single physicist who would try to defend a law such as this. You'd have to be mind-numbingly stupid to do so. What is odder though, is that loads of people believe this myth. See, I was having a drink about 10 years ago in London when I heard a guy say, the law of physics say that bumblebees can't fly. You see, so I says, dude, you know that isn't real, right? To which he turns round and says, how do you know? Have you got a degree in physics or something? So I say, well, yeah, I've got a PhD. So I'm standing there, and I'm not kidding you, a bumblebee goes flying past us. We're standing there in a beer garden, and as if on cue, this bee goes flying past. So I look at the bee, I look at the dude, as if to say, point proven, flying bumblebee. To finish the story, this is what the guy says. Seriously, this is what he says. Well, that's not what I've read. I think you must be mistaken. What do you do with that? We've just watched a bumblebee go bumbling past. Physics, its job is to describe nature and the universe, and if it's not doing that, then from a physics point of view, it's wrong. You are surrounded by and witness physics all the time. If you can't understand it, that doesn't mean you're stupid. It means that we, the teachers, don't understand it well enough to explain it clearly. One final thing to think about. Have you ever watched The Godfather? It's a brilliant movie. Bit old these days, but still brilliant. Now, there's a scene in it where Don Corleone warns Michael that the traitor is the guy who comes with the deal. And it turns out to be Tessio. Tom Hagen thought it'd be Clemenza, but Michael says no, Tessio was always smarter. Now, if you've ever read in a science journal or newspaper or an online article that all physicists agree, or it's a widely held belief among physicists, the article is probably nonsense. Overwhelming evidence, be cautious of that one as well. When people say that 95% of the universe is made up of dark matter and dark energy, and most physicists believe this, it's nonsense. Most cosmologists and astrophysicists believe it's true. The rest don't. They're keeping the powder dry. At the very least, they're waiting for the dark matter particle to be found. Then they might start to consider believing. It's the same with the Higgs boson. Most people, particle people, believe it. In string theory, most string theorists may agree, but the large majority of physicists don't agree. They don't agree on dark matter, dark energy, the size of the universe, quantum gravity, supermassive black holes, the interpretation of quantum mechanics, quantum field theory, supersymmetry, the mass of the neutrino, the size of the electron and the size of the proton, quantum chromodynamics, high temperature superconductivity, and on and on and on. Most physicists don't agree on anything. That's what makes it so great. Nullius in Verba, on the word of no one. Trust yourself. This is Dr. Bry, the physics guy. Hey everyone, this is Dr. Bry, the physics guy. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, can you share it with your friends, your fellow students, and anyone you think might be interested? That'd be great, and you'd be doing me a massive favour. Subscribe now so that you don't miss out on the latest episodes and news, and check out my website right now at drbry.com. That's drbry.com. And for a limited time, I'm giving away the first part of my 7 ingredients course. It's absolutely free. There's almost 40 minutes of free video explaining the course and why you have what it takes to do physics and how it can change your life forever. And there's also a free download that you can keep. All the details are on my website. I'm also on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook, and all the details are there on drbry.com, drbry.com. I look forward to seeing you soon.